In this video, I'm going to tell you why the Garmin 255 is the best running watch you can buy. What is up, everybody, and welcome to 40 Runs. Now, do you own a Garmin 245, or maybe you've already got the 255? Let me know in the comments how you've been getting on with it and what makes the Garmin sort of 245, 255 running watch the best running watch out there for you, or maybe it's not. Let me know in the comments. Now, the Garmin 255 is definitely, just cut to chase, the best running watch, pound for pound, that you can buy, and in this video I'm going to tell you why. So let's get stuck in. Okay, right, people, how this is going to work, I'm not going to go into a hell of a lot of detail on this, right? And the reason is because there is so much now on the Garmin 255 that I'm never going to remember it, and I'm also not much of a tech geek. So what I'm going to tell you about today is how I found it using it as an everyday runner. Now, for me, a running watch, and I'm a Fenix watch wearer, Garmin Fenix watch wearer, I just want something that I can switch on, run, switch off when I finish my run, and go to Strava. Yes, I like the data to a degree, but I'm not a massive stats geek, right? So the stats that I do use are like heart rate, obviously if I'm connected up to my heart rate monitor. Some of the sort of what other stuff is there, like the resting stuff, and all that kind of bits and bobs. They're okay for me. The VO2 max, it's okay for me, but I don't really pay a hell of a lot of detail to it. Now, you might be someone who does like that, but I'm more of a runner who just likes to get on with it and get it done. So that sort of information for me sometimes a little bit wasted. It's like on my Fenix, I probably actually, the other way around, I probably use about a third of what I actually could do with it. And it's the same with the Garmin 255. With all the new stuff they've added, I still probably only use about 30% of what's on here. Now, just for transparency, this watch was sent to me by Garmin for testing, so they're not paying me to make this video. They've not asked me to make this video. I've got no script, as you could probably tell. Yeah, it's just like, here you go, test it, let us know what you think kind of thing. So I'm not being swayed, and I'm not making any money from Garmin by making this review. So just full transparency, as always. Now I'm going to put something up on the screen with some features that are new on the watch. The watch is 300 to 350 pounds. Is a new multi-sport watch, so they've got loads of new stuff on here. The open water triathlon stuff that was on the 745's all been chucked on here. We've got the new high-end multi-band and dual frequency GPS chipset, which is good news. We've got two sizes. We've got 42mm, 46mm. There's no price difference in each of them. Doesn't have a touch screen. The screen on it is fully customizable. We've got the Elevate V4 HR sensor, which is an improvement. We've got Garmin Pay. We've got about 14 days of battery in smart watch mode, 30 hours in GPS tracking. We've got some other cool stuff on here, which I'll go through in a minute. But they basically chucked the kitchen sink at this. So they've added some serious tech to this watch. Yes, the price has increased slightly. They haven't lost any of the quality, by the way, of this watch. It still feels a really good quality item. But the stuff, the technology they've now added to this, like I said, the multi-band GPS sensor tracking on this is just, the GPS on this now is so much more improved versus the other versions on it. All the sort of multi-sport additions to it, all the the recovery data you now get, all the training data you now get included on this watch for the price. It's incredible. They've really pulled in all the best bits from sort of all their other watches of late. Not necessarily like the Fenix 7 stuff like that, but all the data they've had over like the 945 and the 735, and they've just put it all in here to give you such a complete package. And there's definitely more on here than anybody probably needs. Now, the stuff I really like that they've added is the race widget. You can create a race diary, and they can come up on your face as well, so you can keep track of where your races are. You can also create plans around that as well. Also, like the morning report that gives you like sort of your sleep data and your resting data. That's kind of cool. But again, I don't drill too much into that, but it's a nice feature to have. In terms of actually feel of the watch on your wrist, because I think that's kind of important, it's nice and lightweight. The Fenix is a real heavy beast, and it does feel really nice on your wrist. You don't necessarily notice it as much. It really sort of cinches down and just feels great on your watch. It really reminds me of the 235. This is the with music version, so you can store your music on here, which is awesome. With the Garmin Pay as well, you probably don't necessarily need your phone with you, so you can do that if you so wish. I didn't bother with that because I take my phone anyway. But yeah, it's very hard to go like sort of too deep into this sort of stuff, because for me, like I said at the start, a running watch just needs to do the basics and do them well. I don't like to be waiting for GPS to get locked on. No problem here. There's functionality here. I can do all the bits and bobs that I need to do is on here. And that's why I think I stand by my statement at the front end. If you need a running watch in 2022 or beyond, then the Garmin 255, with everything that they've put on this now, is 100% the best running watch you can buy.